Which animal class does the butterfly belong to? The butterfly belongs to the insect class. This is correct because it shows defining insect traits. For example, the butterfly is associated with metamorphoses, and it is widely known as starts life as a caterpillar. Understanding classification helps identify shared body structures, life processes, and evolutionary relationships. Which of the following animals is most strongly associated with the rainforest habitat? Poison dart frog is the best answer because it is commonly found in the rainforest. This habitat is characterized by high biodiversity, and poison dart frog has adaptations that help it survive there. Matching animals to habitats is important because environment strongly shapes feeding, movement, and survival strategies. What type of diet is most typical for a jellyfish? The correct answer is carnivore. A jellyfish is typically described as a carnivore based on what it usually eats in nature. This dietary pattern fits its body design and behavior. In this case, its stinging tentacles supports the way it obtains or processes food. Knowing diet types helps explain food webs and ecosystem balance. Which biological adaptation best matches this description? Help an animal swim efficiently. Webbed feet is correct because it directly matches the description. In animal biology, webbed feet is an adaptation that improves survival or reproduction in a specific environmental context. Scientists study these traits to understand how species persist under pressure from predators, climate, and competition. Which animal is best known as the tallest land animal? Giraffe is correct because it is the animal most widely recognized for being the tallest land animal. This fact is commonly taught in zoology and general science. These record-holder facts are useful because they highlight standout anatomical or behavioral adaptations among species. Which animal is especially known for navigating in darkness using sound? Bat is correct because this behavior is strongly associated with that species. Behavioral adaptations help animals feed, avoid danger, and reproduce successfully. In the case of the bat, this behavior is a major part of how it survives in worldwide. Which body feature is most closely associated with a elongated body is correct because it is a characteristic feature of the eel. This body structure is not just recognizable, it also serves a functional role in survival. For example, it may help with feeding, movement, defense, temperature, regulation, or communication. Which conservation problem is best described as this? Animals are illegally hunted or captured. Poaching is the correct answer because the description matches that conservation threat exactly. This issue can reduce population size, disrupt breeding, and damage ecosystems. Understanding conservation vocabulary is essential when discussing endangered species and habitat protection. Which animal best fits this statement? It is more strongly associated with land habitats. Hummingbird is correct because it better matches the statement than the other options. Comparison questions test whether you can connect animals to their core ecological context. Here, the key is recognizing the species most strongly linked to that environment or lifestyle. Which animal is best known for this life cycle fact? It begins life as an egg, becomes a caterpillar, forms a chrysalis, and emerges as an adult. Butterfly is correct because that life cycle detail is a defining biological fact about the species. This relates to the concept of metamorphosis, which is important in zoology because it shows how development and reproduction vary across animals. Life cycle knowledge also helps explain survival strategies at different stages of life.